Hi again, everyone. This video is sponsored by contribution from B, and here's her story. Dear Ollie, I'm writing this letter for a friend of mine. You helped me in the past, and I'm hoping you can do the same here. My friend has been married for many years, and she often deals with verbal abuse from her husband. He tells her he doesn't like the sound of her voice and doesn't like when she speaks. He calls her names and blames her for everything. Then, after finishing abusing her enough emotionally, he acts normal again the next day and will even do nice things with her. She's dealt with this cycle for a long time. She's the mother of 2 sons, both who live at home. The oldest is 26. Why is there a 26-year-old living at home? Since the election of Donald Trump, who she and her husband and youngest son supported, her home has been in crisis. Oh no, do we have a precious snowflake who's upset? Are you telling me there's a precious snowflake to be discussed? All right, everybody, since I'm a right-wing devil, I'm going to do this right, okay? Because people have been saying I should be doing something for my devil thing, and I figured it out. So I must read this because I think this is where it's going. Otherwise, I'm going to have to delete this and start over again. I'm not going to be happy. I am a right-wing monster now. Perfect. Grr. Her oldest son is extreme left-leaning. Awesome. And that's his right. However, he's gone out of his way to have debates with everyone in the house. And when my friend says she no longer wants politics discussed in the house, he throws himself on the floor and is almost in tears. Again, I remind you, he's 26 years old. Oh, I'm surprised the precious snowflake can be inside without melting. Okay? I can guarantee you this is all. Listen, these little snowflakes aren't put in a vacuum, aren't made in a vacuum. Somebody did, and I would imagine he's probably fed off the father's abuse. Okay, and that's who's probably the one empowering him to do this shit. Two days ago, he told his mother, my friend, that she knows nothing and is uneducated, and her generation is to blame for all the problems in our country. Project much? She asked him over and over not to discuss it anymore, and he continues to berate her and put her down. This time, though, he went so far to tell her 3 times to fuck off. She told him to get out, but he knows his dad won't back her, so he just ignores her. And there it is. There it is. So he can run to daddy. So why doesn't he berate daddy and he only berates mommy? And why does daddy allow it? Because they're both narcissists, and what they do is they cherry pick what works and then use it against you. Well, I mean, that's what the left does. I mean, the left loves to cherry pick, and then even though his father voted for Trump, okay, you're the devil, you need some, or your friend's the devil, she needs some horns. That's what's going on here. This is all caused by the husband. And it's not going to change. It's not going to change until that kid is out of there. And I can tell you right now, the husband ain't going to do that without motivation. So the thing is, she should be looking to get out of there. So she had to leave her own home and stay by me because she went upstairs to get support from her husband. And he started going off on her, saying how it's all her fault the way he is. Projection again. Knowing he's the one causing all this, he then projects it onto her. Meanwhile, they're both projecting from taking from each other to abuse your friend. Your friend just needs to get the fuck out of there. Or tell him, after all these years of marriage, okay, she's entitled to half his shit. Say either he goes or I go. And if I go, it's going to cost you a whole hell of a lot more if he goes. And then have her come back to your house and let them fend for themselves. Let them deal with each other and see how long it lasts without your wife there, without your friend there to wipe the precious little snowflake's ass and the husband's asses for them. Here's what's interesting. Both her husband and her oldest son smoke pot every day. Her husband has been since he was a teenager, and her 26-year-old son has been smoking daily since 18. Both of them act completely alike and seem to enjoy and get off on breaking her down. That's what I told you. She doesn't have these problems with the younger son, and the younger son doesn't smoke pot either. The pot isn't the problem. It's the using the pot to fuck with her is what the problem is. And let them, and what the pot is doing is solidifying their little abusive relationship. She doesn't have the option to leave at this time. Why? Why? If she wanted to leave, she can go hire a divorce lawyer, file for whatever she needs if she needs to be supported, and he would immediately have to start paying her. Or why doesn't he leave? Or she says, you either kick him out or I will leave, and we go to marriage counseling, or I'll take half the shit, and you two can live with each other if you think this is so, if you two are so wonderful and I'm the problem. You see how fast that lasts. And have her come back to your house. And every time it goes down, just have her walk out. And if you're able to do it, have her come at your house and see how long these two can fend for themselves. Not long. Not long. I derive my wisdom from my devil horns on these situations. I know the best thing is to remove yourself from the narcissists and people that are toxic, but that is not an option at this time. I would wonder why. Can you give any feedback on how she can best try to maintain this environment since she doesn't have the option to leave right now? Any suggestions would be greatly appreciated. There is no maintaining this because it's going to continue. The reason they're doing it is because she's there to support them and wipe their asses for them. So I would wonder why she can't leave. It's a financial thing. If he controls all, there's always an option. There's always an option. So I would try to help her. Well, whatever the reason is, she can't leave. With 2 adult sons, I don't know what that could be. If it's financial, it's really not an option because all she needs to do is hire a divorce attorney. And if he's been supporting her and she's entitled to half anyway, I don't know what the problem is. I mean, they're both sons are adults. They're old enough to take care of themselves. It's time for your friend to stop being abused. So I hope that helps you and your friend. Thank you again for the contribution and the story. Thank you for all your support in the past. Believe me, I know, you've been one of my big supporters. So if you need any follow-up, just let me know. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a narcissist you'd like to expose or a topic you'd like me to cover and use my special devil powers to do it, you know what to do with the PayPal and the email link in the description box. I'll have the video right back to you. I will feed you in a second. No goddamn manners. This is Ollie Matthews. I'll be back after I feed him. Thanks for watching. See you all again soon.